So your tournament is coming to a close here. The final rounds are starting to now come in, and you can start to tab for your awards. So as soon as even one category is completed for the day, you can start figuring out awards, one category at a time. So I'm going to start with category results before we get into team results, as I can get started on category results as soon as the first category finishes up for the day. Now to do that, I'm going to go to View Tab Sheets. Now here, I'm going to pay attention to like this very first box, Main Tab Sheets. That's what I want. So for an example here, say I was running just like a regular 2-round festival, or even a 3-round festival, but just a festival. There's no power round. I'm going to select the category that has finished up, and I'm going to hit View This Grouping. Now, of course, I selected something that had a power round. So let me back up to one I know that doesn't have a power round. So impromptu speaking, I believe I have this set for just like 3 rounds. So this was a 3-round festival for impromptu speaking here. And this is what it'll show me. The prelim results, their total rank. I can even see their individual scores. It'll auto-generate and organize by competitor code, but I want to see the results. So if you're running a 2 or 3-round festival, you're going to say sort by prelim results and hit resort. And once you hit resort, now it has it in order of first, second, and third place, and so on and so forth. If you had more, there was only 3 competitors in this category, which is why I only have 3. But if you have more competitors, it would go on and on and on and on and on. And so I have my awards figured out right here. I'm someone, I would literally just print this sheet. See, I can hit print sheet. And I would just print this off and hand it off to my announcer or like create a stack to hand off to the announcer later during the awards. And they have the category and they have the kids code, the kids school number, as well as their overall rank. Simple, straightforward. Awards are figured out very quickly. Now, if you had a power round, it will show you one. If you ran a power round, I ran this one in a power round. It looks a little bit different. So I still went to the tab sheet, but you can see I've got my prelims and then a power. And it's still sorted by prelim results, but I actually want to resort that. I don't want it sorted by prelim results. I want it sorted by this power round, and that's the elim round results. So I'm going to hit elim round results. And now it only shows me the kids who made it to the power round. That's what that little SA actually stands for. And it sorts them according to their results in the power round. So now I can see that in my power round, who's in first, who's in second, who's in third. And if there's ties, it will tell you ties as well and things like that. This does have a tiebreaker built in, judge's preference. I don't have any ties for it to break, but it can break ties if you want it to break ties, and the system will do it for you. So that's how I figure out the individual category awards. Now, I'm going to return home because those aren't the only awards that I give out. I also have to give out team awards. Now, we have a special button just for our league for team awards. Again, I'm going to go to View Tab Sheets. This time, though, I am not going to hit to see the main tab sheets. In fact, the very first button right here at the top says View MLFA Average Ranks. That is how we assign team trophies, is we go by an average rank for the school. So I'm going to hit View MLFA Average Ranks. Now, what it shows me is a printout of the placement according to lowest rank, who's getting first, second, third, fourth, and so on. You can use this to give overall trophies. However, the other thing that is really useful is it also tells you the number of entries counted. So for example, if I was looking at this, Longfellow only had 2 entries. So at my tournament, you need a minimum of 5 entries to even contend for a team trophy. So I know I'm going to cross Longfellow out, and you know what? That means Milwaukee Academy of Chinese Language now gets the 3rd place trophy. So it's nice, it does tell you the number of entries. The other thing that is useful for is if you have a tournament where you can divide up these schools into different size categories, like having a small, medium, and large category, or even a small medium versus a large category. You can look at the entries and then divide up and look at the rank and decipher from there who's the first, second, third in each size division. So this will just list them by average rank, but then you can look at the number of entries in order to figure out if you need to make any adjustments due to the number of entries that they had. This is definitely a document I end up printing out as well, because then I can scribble all over it and highlight it. Or sometimes if it has a lot, if I have a lot of schools, like at the state tournament, for example, I'll copy and paste this into like a spreadsheet where I can manipulate it a little bit better. So that's how you see the determination of awards. Now, the other part of awards is all of your speakers earn either a blue or red ribbon. So how do you figure out? That's like the one thing you need to actually hand coaches is that information. So I like to actually give them two things. And it includes that piece of paper. So the ribbons as well as that piece of paper. To do that, I'm going to go to Printing Center. Now, in the Printing Center, if I scroll down under General Tabulation, I can print team details and all the teams organized by team name. And if I hit the print detail sheet, what it looks like is this. So you can see, for example, for Fernwood right here that I have highlighted, I print this out so the coach has it, but then also I have it. So I know they need 7 blue ribbons and they need 1 red ribbon. And this system is counting the students, not the entries. So you don't have to worry like, oh my gosh, how many people were in that group? It knows how many people were in that group. So it'll adjust for that. And then this is a printout then the coach also gets handed along with the ribbons. So the coach has each student's average score, which is wonderful on that far right hand side, because then they can better track for state qualification, which hopefully the kids will eventually accomplish. Now I know when you're looking at it at this screen, it looks like all the schools like are on the same page, but when you go to print it, I will show you, they actually they show up on their own page, which is perfect. So I usually print 2 copies of this whole document, one for myself to keep in case there's questions, and then I take each one of these individually and I throw them in a folder for the coach along with the right number of ribbons. And it is as simple as that. Now, if I go back to the home page, I'm thinking if there's anything else that you have to do. Oh, yes, to end your tournament. Another thing that you want to do, absolutely, from this home page is after the awards. Not before, but after the awards, sharing the results, the e-ballots, with the coaches and the speakers. You're going to do that by going to the Posting Center, and then there's a little button right here that says Post e-ballots to student and coach accounts for viewing. You click on that, and then you simply toggle, show e-ballots at this time. Both coaches and students should see the e-ballots, and hit Save Settings. That's it. Then it's done. Everyone has their e-ballots if they log in to live.speechwire.com. For the students and for the coaches, they're logging into their coach Speechwire account. And I have published the results now.